Hudson. Number 6, Brianna Wilson. Number 10, Samantha Flores. Number 11, Emily Heane. Number 12, Jacqueline Berry. Number 15, Amanda Phillips. Number 18, Shay West. Number 21, Elizabeth Gladden. Number 23, Katie Brewer. Number 24, Trinity Brown. And number 99, Emily Cronk. The Patriots are under the direction of Kelly Bucas in her 4th season. Her assistant is Abby Cox. Your Blue Devils enter tonight's home opener, currently ranked 4th in the NAIA Top 10 Women's Lacrosse Coaches Poll, and enter with a record of 0 wins and 0 losses. Here are their starters. Number 2, Bella Van Buren. At midfield, number 7, Ashley Sherry. Defender, number 9, Axie Vang. Midfielder, number 10, Katie Waits. Defender, number 11, Jordan Messi. Attacker, number 13, Gabby Larkin. At defender, number 15, Abby Barnwall. Also at attack, number 17, Tegan Lair. Number 24, Anna Gagnon. Goalie, number 40, Dory Kage. And your captains, number 1, Kaylee Patterson. And number 16, Maddie Barnwall. The Blue Devils are under the distinguished leadership of Mary Ann Meltzer in her 5th season. Her assistants are Ashley Collins and Shannon Novak. Her student manager is Lorraine Gadesh-Babu. The team is also joined by Tristan and Ripley Yance.
LTSN's inaugural coverage of Lawrence Tech's women's lacrosse. We're underway, and first draw of the afternoon here at the DCDS Fieldhouse. And we get our first whistle. Back there to Emily Hine. First possession goes to Cumberlands. They come in at 1-0 on the season. The head coach Kelly Bucas defeated Cleary a couple of nights ago. Teams beat for the 2nd season in a row. Last year, Cumberland's won it down in Kentucky. It's a hard-fought battle, as Coach Bucas told me before this one. Jason Ross Jr. back with you, streaking to the net there. The cutoff was Kimberly Persuade, the junior attackman from Orlando, Florida. Trying to back it up. Nice ground ball recovered. Ball out of bounds on the whistle. I believe this will stay with Cumberland's. Almost a minute into the action. Jason Ross Jr., Kia Tyus, Spencer Iaquinto, the crew for tonight's doubleheader. The men will play after this against Hope College. The first shot was forced wide. Blue Devils' first game of the season. coming off an excellent campaign a season ago. They went 14-5. They're 5-0 at home. Finished tied for #1 in the WLAX. Wrapped up the season with a semi-final loss in the national tournament. There's a ground ball, and this will go back to Lawrence Tech as they'll try to transition up the field here. Captains on the LTU side this year, Kaylee Patterson and Maddie Barnwald. Both seniors, just a few seniors on this roster. Apologies, Patterson, a sophomore. Barnwald, a senior, along with Jordan Messing. There's Ashley Sherry. Controlling from behind the net, Anna Gagnon, a Grand Rapids native. Move it on over. Ashley Sherry once again. Sherry. And the spin away from the tight defense of Brianna Kukas. Goes in front, loose ground ball, picked up. Miscommunication on the shot clock.
Lead official did, yes ma'am.
Reset our clock. It's 26 left in this opening half. Shot clock is a relatively new addition to the women's game. Just a few years ago it was introduced, and coming into the men's game this season. First shot on goal that time from Barnwald. Out of bounds, going back to Lawrence Tech. It's Trinity Brown, the 5'5" midfielder. Fayetteville, Georgia, making their way out and getting things underway here. Anna Gagnon once again. And there's a ground ball picked up. A turnover and in transition, galloping the other way goes Jocelyn Barry. Whistle, and it's going to stay with Cumberlands. Once again, problems with the shot clock. Stop at 25-10.
It's going to 35.
We'll go to a quick breather on LTSN. You're watching Blue Devil Women's Lacrosse. Still no score yet with 25-10 to go in the opening half.
Here we go, Red! Let's go, Red!
Back to LTSN. Cumberland regains possession here. Get the attack going. Cutting and unable to receive it that time. As Jacqueline Berry. And ground ball is picked up by the Blue Devils. And here they come up the near side. We're gonna get a foul called in the cross check.
Use your feet. Come on.
Use your feet. Getting down that near side. Defensive footwork. A bit more important in the women's game because there obviously is no contact and players don't wear equipment. So you can hear that whistle quite a bit as Blue Devils get the position back here. Waits, moving down the alley. Cutting in front, they were looking that time for Bella Van Buren. There's 6 freshmen on this Blue Devil team. Very young roster. Comparison to a very experienced Cumberlands team, and we're going to get another whistle here. Might have been just outside the arc there. Line up for the 8-meter. Blue Devils try to get on the board first. Patterson, the captain, and a save made that time. Emily Crump, the Dallas, Texas native, in goal today for Cumberlands. On the Blue Devil side, Jory Corrigan from Hamilton, Ohio. She'll face some pressure here. Put it across, pick up the ground ball. Save made by Corrigan. Cumberland's able to regain the possession. Katie Brewer. Corrigan will look to get the clearance. Top 5 matchup today. The Blue Devils ranked number 4 in the NAIA. Cumberland ranked number 3. Couldn't have asked for a better way to start the season. Couldn't have asked for a bigger test for this Blue Devil program. Looking to pick up right where they left off. And there's another nice play on the defensive side in the midfield, that time made by Cumberland. A whistle. Blue Devils spoke to a couple of coaches before the game. Assistant coach Ashley Collins and head coach Mary Ann Meltzer, and they both told me, Coach Collins did, that the defense was an emphasis in practice this week. It's fluent offense from Cumberland. They have a plethora of weapons they can deploy. There's one of them, Emily Heim, with a goal and 2 assists against Cleary. Show control there, then feed it, and we get a whistle. Defending that time was Katie Waits. And this will be the first 8-meter attempt for Cumberlands on the foul. Waits moves in, shoots, and scores. First one of the night goes to Cumberlands. The Patriots strike first, and it's 1-0. About 9 minutes in. So the free position shot is currently the difference maker.
University of the Cumberland goal scored by number 10, Samantha Brewer.
Liz, next time I want you on there. You leave behind. Here you go, hon. Here you go, Jack.
Ground ball off the draw. Had a bit of trouble with it there was Barnwald. And it's bounced Just over to Jordan Messing, a two-sport athlete. Now it's given away, and back come the Patriots. Up 1-0 off the free position shot. Rallying that there was Corrigan. Oregon had an 8.79 goals against average a season ago. Nice catch on the fly that time from Katie Waits, and here comes the freshman. The Devils have 6 freshmen on the roster, 5 sophomores. Top question mark for this team this year is how do you replace Ashley Collins and Isabel Vickers? 205 points combined between those two last season. Team is still ranked number 4 in the NAIA and number 1 in the WLAX according to the preseason polls. We'll see if they can live up to it this season. Almost 10 minutes into this first half, down 1-0, but on the attack. It's a motion offense that they like to run. Constant movement. There's a low angle shot at time, underhand, coming from Gabby Larkin. Now Gagnon. Back comes Cumberland. Going to get back in transition through the midfield. Tristan Hudson. Jacqueline Berry. Over to Rishi Azuzi. Cumberland will get into their offense. The attack, there's the underhand shot coming in from Taylor. Stay with Cumberland. Now they'll operate from behind the cage. See her controlling this quite a bit for the Patriots. And this should go back to Lauren Stepp. Highly anticipated clash between two teams that met last year. Cumberland won that one. It was described by both coaches as being a battle. The Devils felt confident going into that matchup. Almost halfway through the opening half. 1-0 off the free position shot in favor of Cumberland's. The roll dodge, but the help comes.
Sam, go other side.
Sherry looking for a runway. A bouncing shot, and it was denied that time by Emily Crump.
Every time. I don't want you to help. Quickly, guys. Now in the middle. Just run. Man, go.
Shifty move there from Katya Mueller. Mueller operating from the X position. Now she is able to find Tristan Hudson. Cumberland will get back into the way that they run, called wise. Moving in, there's a shot overhand, and the Patriots are up 2-0. Third shot on goal, and the second goal for the Patriots. 2-0 now with 17-11 to go in this opening half.
Cumberland's goal scored by number 15, Amanda Phillips.
Amanda Phillips making it 2-0. The Patriots lead it. We'll go to another quick breather here on LTSN. You're watching Blue Devil Women's Lacrosse on your home for LTU Athletics.
Out there, just help up a little bit because the leg is cutting off the players. Get your ass over there.
Oh,
When
okay.
they're
Right now,
further
Adam.
away, just tilt up.
Adam, I'll
Look at
get you
the
out of
ball
here.
periodically. Do you have your phone with you?
Adam, no, stop playing. Adam.
So just
Over there.
tilt up and then hopefully.
Okay.
Thank you.
Like when I zoom in, tilt up. Like this.
Yeah, it is when they're on that far side, because the rub like cuts them off.
Okay.
I didn't think about the fact that I would actually want to soccer all over.
You're the controller. Hit it again.
Welcome back to LTSN. A 2-0 start for the Patriots. This goal coming from Amanda Phillips. It's a number 3 versus number 4 matchup, the top 5 clash to get the season underway. Could have asked for a bigger test for the Blue Devils. Cleary was the last team to fall victim to this Cumberland's unit. It was a 25-5 finish. Patriots arrived on Tuesday night, about a 450-mile journey from their home in Kentucky. Looking to go 2-0 in the state of Michigan. Coach Beekers told me before this one that they love to come up here and play these WLAX teams. They'll play Indiana Tech later this season. Indiana Tech is ranked number 2 in the NAIA. That's obviously a familiar opponent for this Blue Devil squad. The writers have Indiana Tech and Lawrence Tech almost deadlocked in terms of preseason hype at least. Patterson went down there, the Grand Blanc, Michigan native, and one of the captains on this team. And the Blue Devils will regain possession. Hoping to go on a run here. Roll dodge, that time from Patterson. Now she'll try to move back towards the middle, drops it back. Larkin working against Tristan Williams. Here's Katie Waits, the Milford, Michigan native, making her debut. Tries to go with the bouncing shot. That squeaked through, it didn't. Last year's Cumberland's team went 20-2 on the season. That followed up an 11-6 here in 2017. Hoping to build off it. They look like they have the infantry to do so. There's a shot, but a nice reflex save made by Corrigan. Barnwald, one of the captains, and a turnover. Back come the Patriots. Samantha Teller's low angle shot that goes through the 5-hole, and it's 3-0 Patriots with 15:11 to go in the opening half. Not the start that LTU envisioned. Turnover that time, and difficult to defend as Cumberland came quickly back in transition. This time it was Samantha Teller. We'll get into her throughout the night. Such an incredible player at 6 goals and 4 assists versus Cleary. A 10-point game, and 5'7" junior from Randolph Union High School is one of the best, if not the best, player in the NAIA. We get to watch her tonight. She won NAIA Player of the Year a season ago. As just a sophomore, was first team All-American, NAIA Tournament Team All-American, AAC Player of the Year. The list goes on and on. AAC First Team All-Conference, 3-time NAIA Player of the Week. She's She's off to a good start here. She can light it up with the best of them. Had a spectacular season that ended with 169 individual points. Put up 118 goals. So that's not the last time we see her score today. Won't be much of a surprise. In possession here, the Patriots. They've had possession for the majority of this opening half. But the last goal was a quick striker off the turnover. It's 3-0 Patriots. 14:31 to go in the opening half. On the attack once again here. The ground ball, and the Blue Devils find a way to scoop this one up. They do, emerging from the pack. And now they'll keep possession. Those 50-50 balls, doing the little things, the hard work. That's what Coach Marianne Meltzer preaches. I talked to assistant coach Ashley Collins before this one, and she told me it's the philosophy from Coach Meltzer is that hard work, outworking your opponent. The ground ball is obviously so important in this game, the possession. Right now, Cumberlands has the advantage in that category. Our first LTU women's broadcast of the year. The men will follow this one against Hope College as the men look to bounce back from an 8-6 season last year. The Blue Devils hoping to follow up what was a national semifinal run. Moving in here, the bouncer goes wide left from Patterson. Five shots on goal in the early goings for Cumberland, 4 for the Blue Devils. Elizabeth Flauding, the sophomore from Cincinnati. And 5 players to start all 21 games this season ago as a freshman. Gained a lot of trust from the Cumberland coaching staff. Set to check in here is Abby Smintowski, the freshman, making her debut out of Farmington Hills, Michigan. Cumberland looking to get something going again. A cut and a ground ball scooped up by the Blue Devils. And it's hacked, and the Blue Devils will keep possession here on the foul. Gabby Larkin. Over to Tegan Layer. The lone transfer on this team from Northern Michigan. Go back in favor of Cumberland's. Blue Devils. It's a little bit sloppy in the early goings. It's led to one of the goals, 3-0. Is the Cumberland lead right now with 11:30 to go in the opening half. Defensively coming in, one of the top goals against this Cumberland team has to be to shut down their 3 main players. It's super important, and the Blue Devils had a game plan coming in that assistant coach Ashley Collins told me. A lot of players who can put the ball in the back of the net. It's one of the things that the head coach Kelly Buchers told me before this one. They believe in their ability to score, and they're up 3-0 right now. Muller with under 30 seconds on the shot clock. Samantha Tuller with 2 goals for Cumberland's in the early goings. It's Phillips with 1. Patriots with a 3-0 lead, but here come the Blue Devils. Waits.
Go on the other side. Go for it, go for it, go for it.
Still with over 40 seconds on the possession clock. Free position shot here coming from Ashley Sherry. Hoping to get the Blue Devils on the board. And a nice defensive exhibition early on from Cumberland's. And here's Sherry. Tried to go low. Couldn't find it with the ground ball. Bouncing around, and Cumberland going to be closest to it. Aggressive duel. Nice hustle that time from Bella Van Buren. And now here's Sherry again. Sherry moving in, shooting and scoring. The Blue Devils are on the board. For the first time this season. And it's 3-1. Now they'll see if they can get on a run here. Get some momentum going. Ashley Sherry, 39 goals last season to go along with 11 assists, 50 points. And she's the first to get on the board for the Blue Devils this season. Sherry, one of two Minnesota natives on this Blue Devil team. Blue Devils said they really put an emphasis on defense in practice, knowing how lethal this Cumberland attack can be. Nice move there. Katie Waits navigating her way through the midfield. 3-1 Patriots. 8:48 to go in the opening half. Blue Devils trying to get on a run.
Jack, can you go over?
Waits trying to make her way free. Defended well. That went off the stick of Gagnon. Blue Devils picked up that ground ball on the last sequence that they were down here, and it led to a goal with a nice hustle. Shifting her way through traffic this time is Mentowski off the bench, the freshman. And this time it is scooped up by the Cumberlands. Jacqueline Berry released from the sideline for Cumberlands. And back come the Patriots. 8 minutes to go in the first half. 3-1 Cumberland lead. Blue Devils trying to limit this, but a runway here. Moving in and shooting and scoring was Tuller. That's her third now. Had 6 the other night.
Cumberland goal scored by number 10, Samantha Tuller.
Reigning NAIA Player of the Year with 3 of the 4 goals for Cumberland, and it is 4-1 Blue Devil, 4-1 Patriots with 7:50 to go in this opening half. Tuller got off to a hot start right away in her career. 98 goals as a freshman. Was NAIA first team All-American as a freshman. Is trying to control off that draw, or Cumberland's, and they do just that. Back to the way it comes. Kimberly Perswade again. This will set up the free position shot. Bouncer Tuller skips high. Nice save made there by Corrigan. Blue Devils play a man-to-man defensive look. Shot from Tuller goes wide that time. Cumberland will once again operate here. A lot of movement away from the ball that time, setting up. It was a decent look, but we're going to head back the other way. Ground ball loose and a nice heady play to pick it up that time from Crump. Cumberland will play Ottawa University and Ottawa, Kansas next Friday. They'll have a week off before that one. Thanks, Andrew. Blue Devils on the other side will go up against Calvin College. That'll be here. Blue Devils will play 2 of their first 4 at home. It'll be Georgetown College and Benedictine College. Tough schedule to open up the season for Lawrence Tech. Number 6 ranked Georgetown College after Calvin College, and then Benedictine College ranked number 8. Only down 3 goals here, 4-1. Can get on a run, maybe close out the half here, 5:16 to go. It's been a defensive battle. It's been a battle all around, similar to last year's matchup. Expect too much scoring coming into this one. Moving in and shooting and scoring and able to cut the lead in half now. That was Sherry again. Yep. Ashley Sherry, the sophomore, has 2 goals now. She's off to a nice start in her 2nd season. 4:50 to go now in the opening half. Blue Devils have cut the lead in half. It's 4-2 Patriots. Devils won the WLAX tournament a season ago. Scramble off the draw. It's picked up this time. Jacqueline Berry's been in the mix quite a bit for Cumberlands. This time it's Risha Azuzi, the Framingham, Massachusetts native. Scored 4 goals in her first career game a couple of nights ago. A very promising player, adding to what is already a lethal attack for Cumberland. Now Samantha Tuller again. I believe she was fouled. So the free position shot for Tuller. Tall task to handle for Coggin. In a nice save that time from Coggin with the stick. Patterson. She'll move it over to Bella Van Buren. Two Patriots, 3:25 to go. Blue Devils scored the last goal to cut it in half. Sherry has both goals. Can they get another one here? Off-ball movement, as Coach Meltzer likes to see. We'll reset with under 30 seconds on the possession clock. Larkin. Larkin moving in, the 5'8" junior. Tries to spin, and a nice defensive job from the Patriots. Approaching the final 2 minutes now in the opening half. And that will go to Cumberlands. Color is off for the Patriots, but back comes Tristan Hudson, who was one of 5 Patriots with 30 points last season. Here she is again. Tried to go down low with the overhand shot. And the kick save made that time by Corrigan. Heim. Double comes. Controlling from the X position, looking out in front. And the ground ball scooped up. That was trying to clear. Still on the ground, and now there is the foul. Van Buren with 1:25 to go in the opening half. Trying to spin her way out of traffic there was Tegan Layer. 50 seconds to go now. Under 30 seconds on the possession clock. Nice pass. And the Blue Devils score. It's 4-3. The off-ball movement working that time. And the Blue Devils on a 2-0 run. Excellent way to close the half. The score does remain 4-3. With 40 seconds to go now in this opening half, proving that they can deal with this top 5 matchup in the first game of the season. It's 4-3 now. Seconds remaining in this opening half. Blue Devils on a 2-0 run at the right time. It's 4-3, a tight one here at the DCDS Fieldhouse on LTSN. They're able to control off the draw. Perhaps one final possession for Lawrence Tech to close out this half. Moving in on the run, here's Patterson moving in, the bouncing shot goes high over top the net. This will stay with Lawrence Tech. 19 seconds to go in the opening half. Here's Gagnon. 10 seconds. Gagnon moving in, shooting and scoring to tie it up with 7 seconds to go. A 3-0 run to close out the opening half, and the Blue Devils have knotted things up. It's 4 apiece. And smiles now on the LTU sideline. It was Gagnon's first. 57 goals a season ago. Now just have to run out this final 2 seconds. Moving in Tuller, still a formidable foe. She shoots. That actually went in, but they're going to say no goal. 4-4, a 3-0 run to wrap up the first half for Lawrence Tech. Momentum swing in favor of the Blue Devils. We'll talk things over. Anna Gagnon's first of the season. She had 57 last year. It's 4 apiece. Couldn't have asked for a better start to this one. We'll go to the breather on LTSN. You're watching Blue Devil Women's Lacrosse in your home for Lawrence Tech Athletics. Welcome back to LTSN's second half of a top 5 matchup. The Blue Devils ended the first on a 3-0 run to knot things up at 4 apiece. Off the opening draw, able to scoop it up, and they get the first possession of this second half. Number 4 LTU, number 3 Cumberlands. Here comes Katie Waits, the freshman midfielder from Milford, Michigan, psychology major, making her debut along with a lot of other young players in this Blue Devil team, hoping to pull off a big win in their debuts. Here's Waits. Puts it beside the goal, now around the cage. In front that time was Tegan Layer, the sophomore from Howell. Couldn't quite corral it. And now Cumberlands will get on their first possession of the second half. 4-4. Assistant coach Ashley Collins told me before this game that the number 1 goal this year is to win a national championship. They feel they have the squad to do it. Made it to the semifinals last season. The national tournament is becoming a regular thing around the campus of Lawrence Tech University for this lacrosse program. Again, the men follow this broadcast at 10 p.m. They'll go up against Hope College, looking to rebound from last season. NCAA Division III Hope College. Now on the move here with an early opportunity. That was Samantha Teller, the junior. Teller had 3 goals in that first half on 8 shots. You knew she was going to score coming in, but can you limit her? Can you force her into maybe not the best looks? There's a look coming in there and a save made by Corrigan. For the momentum shifted in favor of Lawrence Tech at the end of that first half. Cumberland's led it 4-1. The Blue Devils came storming back, and here they come storming to the midfield. Jason Ross Jr., Kia Tyus, Spencer Iaquinto with you tonight here inside the DCDS Fieldhouse, where the Blue Devils will play their first 2 games of the season. Next Saturday, we're back at it. The broadcast team will be back together for Calvin College. That's an 8 p.m. start here in Beverly Hills. Here's our first free position shot of the second half. It'll be Katie Waits moving in, navigating, shooting, and a save made that time by Emily Crump, who's in goal on this night for Cumberland's number 3 ranked Patriots. Was able to force the turnover. It'll stay with Lawrence Tech. Blue Devils lost 205 points from a season ago between Isabel Vickers and Ashley Collins. Ashley Collins has now shifted over into the coaching side of things. She said the transition is going pretty well, but said that at times it's hard because I feel like I'm a player still. She said, I feel like I'm going to go out and suit up and play, but said it's been fun and nice. Said that, obviously the fact that she's played with some of these guys is moving in and taking the lead now on the Lawrence Tech goal. That looks like Bella Van Buren. And the Blue Devils are on top on the what is now a 4-0 run. Coach Collins said that, she's played with these guys. Hasn't played with Van Buren, only a freshman. Her first goal. Make it. Now 26:51 to go in this second half. It's 5-4 Blue Devils with 26:51 to go off the goal from Bella Van Buren, her first career goal. And she gives the Blue Devils the lead. It's a 4-0 run. Looking to control off the draw here. Ground ball, having a little trouble with it, but then they ultimately scoop it up. Here's Patterson, one of the captains on this team. along with Maddie Barnwald. Here's Patterson. Now operating from behind will be Anna Gagnon, who scored to tie the game at the end of the first half. With under 40 seconds to go, the Blue Devils took the possession, and they are clearly in control right now. They're shooting, and it's 5 in a row. The Blue Devil faithful making their presence felt as well. Pretty nice showing. It's Van Buren again. One of 6 freshmen making their debut, and she's got back-to-back goals to make it 6-4. Cumberland trying to stem the tide. The possession started out really for the most part in favor of Cumberland, and throughout the majority of that first half, then it kind of shifted within the final 10 minutes of the opening half, and now that has bled over into this second. It wasn't the start Lawrence second visions, but they have reacted and reacted well. They'll keep possession there. Another contact, another whistle. And Blue Devils have it again. Sherry had a nice first half. But a fine Barnwald. Here's the sophomore Sherry as the Blue Devils start to get into their motion. And off to Smetowski. The Devils won 14-5 last season. They were undefeated at home, went 5-0. Cumberland's on the other side went 9-0 on the road. This is just the young season now, and a big, big stage to kick off this young season. Blue Devils trying to take down the number 3 team in the NAIA. Cumberland's is 1-0. The Blue Devils are trying to get into their motion here. The ground ball in front of the net, scooped up that time by the goalkeeper, Emily Crump from Texas. She went 19-2 last season. Was the AAC Defensive Player of the Year. And an NAIA Player of the Week as well. Now we'll see if Dory Corrigan faces pressure for Lawrence Tech in goal today. If she does, a quick shot, but a save made on the angle. Now here's the very dangerous Samantha Tuller. Can they limit her in the second half? She's on track for another 6-goal game. Currently has 3. Here she is moving in. They were able to strip it off her stick, and she gets it back. Ground ball rolling towards the net. It's loose behind the cage. 24:04 to go in this second half. A 6-4 Blue Devils lead. They're on a 5-0 run after going down 4-1. Tuller. Double comes. They feed it in front of the net. Clock starts back 7 minutes into this second half. Tuller was moving her way to the net. They couldn't find her. The turnover, and back come the Blue Devils. Telling Barnwald to take her time as they move it through here. Abby Barnwald and Maddie Barnwald, the 2 sisters for Lawrence Tech, out right now on the field. Abby wears number 15. Here she is. Maddie wears number 16. One is a senior, one is a sophomore. Patterson. Anna Gagnon. spin to the net that time, and the slide comes. We're going to get, I believe, a cross check there, and that should set up the free position look. Ashley Sherry, 6'4" Blue Devils looking to make it 7-4. Save made on Sherry. Another ground ball. The Blue Devils have really done well on those ground balls in this second half. 12 shots on goal for Lawrence Tech in this one, 14 for Cumberlands. Moving in, turning with it. Here is Katie Waits. Patterson. She'll find Smitowski. Back to Patterson. Blue Devils looking for the cleanest of looks. Gagnon trying to spin away from her defender off ball. Cutting to the net there went Van Buren, who has 2 goals in this second half. Now moving in. Here's Gagnon. Shoots. Scores. Anna Gagnon makes it 7-4 Lawrence Tech. That's her seconds. Gagnon and Van Buren have caught fire with 21:11 to go in the second half. It's 7-4 Lawrence Tech. They've scored 6 in a row since going down 4-1. The Blue Devils are in command, in control, and looking to defeat the number 3 team in the land tonight here inside the DCDS Fieldhouse. We'll go to another quick breather. You're watching Blue Devil Women's Lacrosse on your home for Lawrence Tech Athletics. Welcome back to the Detroit Country Day School Fieldhouse, where the Blue Devils are on a 6-0 run dating back to the end of the first half when they took control and absolutely seized the momentum. Anna Gagnon and Van Buren are responsible for the last 4 goals. It's a 6-0 run with 21:13 to go in the second half. Still plenty of time. Cumberland won this matchup last year. Blue Devils have really done a nice job of getting the ground balls, winning draws. The draw control this time off the foul will go back to Samantha Tuller, the junior, the lethal junior with 3 goals. If you can limit her to 3 goals at the end of this one, your day has certainly been a successful one. She scored 118 last season. And this time she finds Emily Heim, who is also in control quite a bit. Players go tumbling down there in front of the net. It's Barnwald and Heim getting tangled up. That will set up the free position shot for Heim. Austin, Texas native. Had 2 goals against Cleary. Still in search of her first today. Here's Heim. And she scores to finally snap what was a 6-0 Lawrence Tech run. It's 7-5 now off the free position shot. Heim's 3rd of the season, and it's 7-5. And the Patriots produce a run now. There's 6 in a row for the Blue Devils before that one. Asked Coach Meltzer what she feels the strength of this team, this Blue Devil team, will be this year, and she told me the fact that they get along, and that was similar to what assistant coach Ashley Collins told me. Said that, you know, they already act like a team despite the fact that they're very young, and you think that maybe all the time that they spend together off the field has something to do with expediting that process. As the draw control will go in favor of Cumberlands this time. Gagnon, she hits the runner. That's Tristan Hudson. Here's Hudson, one of 5 Patriots that had 30 points last season. They have a chance to achieve that feat again, certainly. The man-to-man defensive look for Lawrence Tech. Barnwald staring down Tuller. Tuller gets past her, shoots, and scores. Tuller makes it 7-6, a quick 2-0 answer for Cumberlands. We have ourselves a fun one. As anticipated, the number 4 team in the country, Lawrence Tech, taking on the number 3 team, Cumberlands, and it's been all that we've expected. It was a 4-1 start for the Patriots. 3 in a row to answer back for Lawrence Tech, what ultimately ended up being 6 in a row. And now Coach Meltzer wants to stem the tide, so she'll chat it over with her group. 7-6, 2 in a row for the Patriots after a 6-0 run for Lawrence Tech. We'll go to another quick breather on LTSN. You're watching Blue Devil Women's Lacrosse on your home for LTU Athletics.
Go.
Welcome back to LTSN. You're watching Blue Devil Women's Lacrosse on the home for LTU Athletics. It's a 7-6 Lawrence Tech lead. Looking to hang on with 20:09 to go in this second half. 2 in a row for Cumberland. The answer, and you can sense the life is back in their sideline. It was back in the huddle during that break. Draw control back to Lawrence Tech. Van Buren, 2 goals in the second half. Stops on a dime and then feeds it over to Patterson. Grand Lake, Michigan native moving in here. She'll back up, slow it down. Might have a 3-second call. I think they're gonna say that looks like Elizabeth Flauding was within that 8-meter area without being a stick length away from a Blue Devil. So that'll set up a free position for Patterson and a big opportunity that bounces wide left. So still 7-6, but the Blue Devils get it back. 19:40 to go in this second half. Van Buren. This is part of our season promo video that you can check out on Twitter, Facebook, on the LTU Women's Lacrosse page, and LTU Athletics channel. Various social media looks will be your destination for all the post-game coverage as well. Head over to the LTU Athletics YouTube page where this broadcast will stay up, stay archived on Facebook as well. As here's Gagnon moving in. Now they'll operate from behind on the X position. Catch all the home games on the LTU Athletics YouTube channel this season. Our revamped coverage. There's Van Buren, the aforementioned attackman. We'll get it back here to Sherry. Sherry with the roll dodge. And looks like she was fouled. Cumberland sideline didn't like the call. But nonetheless, it'll be a free position shot for Sherry. Second over the past 30 seconds. Sherry shoots and scores. It's 8-6 Blue Devils. Ashley Sherry, her 3rd goal of the night.
LTU goal scored by number 7, Ashley Sherry.
Sherry had 39 last season, and she's off to a nice start in this one, leading the Blue Devils with 3 goals today. Gagnon has 2. Van Buren has 2, the freshman making her debut and really announcing herself. Patterson with 1. So it's 8-6. Blue Devils snap what was a 2-0 run for Cumberlands. There's a free position shot that got the scoring underway today. That favored Cumberlands. Patriots got off to a 4-1 start. Here's Tuller. She has 3 of the 6-8 goals for Cumberlands. Turned it over there, though. Leaping up high. Nice catch that time from Patterson. With speed down that right side, goes down the alley and will now put it behind the cage. Not much to the net, but now moving into the net there was Gabby Larkin off the ball. Cutting to the net, here's Van Buren looking for her 3rd. This will now go back in possession of Cumberland's. Shot. Plethora of talent on this Patriots team. They are poised for a big campaign, but they're trailing by 2 goals with 17:40 to go in the second half. Both teams have high expectations. Which squad can live up to it? And what's the biggest night in the early goings of their respective seasons? Blue Devils turn it over. Rondall picks up. It's a bit flaunting as substitutions are made. Tuller comes out, and there's a shot that whistled wide left. Coming in hot there is Jacqueline Berry, another one who can really score for this Patriots team. Will regain the possession here. We get the whistle, and it won't be a free position shot. Clock is back underway, 16:52 to go. Second half, a tight affair. Aggressive defending here, the double out on Emily Heim. There's a shot that whistles in for the Patriots. It's 8-7 now. That was Kelsey Fearing, sophomore from Franklin, Tennessee. Centennial High School, started 1 game last year, had 6 goals. Once again on the second end of our back-to-back, it'll be the men's Blue Devil lacrosse team that went 8-6 last year, 4-3 in conference play. Began the year 6-2. They're looking to improve on that win total. They'll face Hope College. It'll be a 10 p.m. start right here on LTSN. Here comes one of the Barnwald sisters. It's Abby. There's Kaylee Patterson. Quick, fleet-footed. She'll back it up. (8-7) after the Fearing goal. Still in favor of Lawrence Tech. It's been back and forth after what was a 6-0 run from Lawrence Tech, followed up by a 2-0 run from Cumberlands. Lawrence Tech answered back to make it 8-6, now 8-7. Turning beside the net there. There's Katie Waits, freshman from Milford. Now cutting the net, Gagnon! Gagnon has been a real threat in this second half. 3 goals now. It's 9-7 Lawrence Tech.
LTU goals scored by number 24, Anna Gagnon, assisted by number 13, Gabby Larkin.
Gabby Larkin on the assists. Blue Devils answer back, so back and forth we go. 9-7 between the number 4 and number 3 ranked teams in the land. A top 5 matchup for the Blue Devils on opening night in front of the home faithful that have showed up well. Detroit Country Day Fieldhouse isn't on campus, but it's only about a 5-minute drive, 5-10 minutes, so very economical. They've done a nice job on the draw controls in this second half. So have they done on the... This will be ball going back to Cumberland, I believe, on the over and back. Kukas for Cumberlands. Zuzi. Now Tuller with Zuzi cutting to the net. Tuller working her way against Barnwald, and she makes it 9-8. Just forcing her way in there and cuts it right back down to 1. In store for a thrilling finish on LTSN. 15 minutes to go now. On the second half clock, it's 9-8. That's the 5th from Tuller at 6 on Wednesday night. This Cumberland team arrived on Tuesday, about a 450-mile drive. 11 shots, 5 goals for the reigning NAIA Player of the Year, Samantha Tuller. Now she'll take the draw here, going up against Gabby Larkin, who assisted on Lawrence Tech's last goal. Head coach Marianne Meltzer looking on in her 3rd season under Marilyn Terrapin. See, Maryland's such a well-respected lacrosse program. They've won 3 of the last 4 national championships. They actually just defeated number 4 Florida 17-12 to give Kathy Races her 250th career win. Larkin, the help comes, roll, dodge, and a goal. And 8 Blue Devils. Haven't had a run in a while. It's been you score, then we score. You score, then we score. That time it's Patterson, her 2nd of this one. One of the 2 captains, a sophomore. Cumberland's team won the Appalachian Athletics regular season title last year. The Blue Devils won the WLAX tournament title last year. As I mentioned, they were 5-0 on the home turf, and Cumberland's is a team that went 9-0 away from home last year. The Patriots are off to a 1-0 start away from home. They beat Cleary, another WLAX opponent, on Wednesday. Coach Bucas told me that they love to come up here and play WLAX opponents. A runaway this time. Making her way in before dishing off was Elizabeth Flauding. Tuller's shot deflected wide. They tried to force her to the outside, but Bellaria Zuzi scores, and it's 10-9.
Cumberland goal scored by number 2, Bella Ricciazzi. Corrections, 22.
the draw control. Who can take this one? It's 10-9. Feels like who's ever had possession over the past few minutes finds a way to score. Blue Devils get it on the ground ball. And here comes Jordan Messing, the two-sport athlete, the senior, one of just a couple of seniors on this team. She was fouled. Messing was a senior leader on the soccer field as well last fall. Really cool person to talk to, Jordan Messing. Always love running into her in the field house. Getting it done in her second sport of the year. Luckily, those aren't two sports that overlap. Alex Schluter on the men's team. His seasons are overlapping tonight. We'll see if he goes or not. The hockey team has their senior day. You can also catch that on LTSN if you're a hockey fan. But if you're into some tight lacrosse, 10-9, the Blue Devils lead with the free position shot coming up. I recommend you stay right here. Van Buren shot saved. That time by Crump. Dallas, Texas native with a big stop there. Blue Devils had converted on their last free position. Stripped right in front of us that time was Tristan Hudson. Now quickly moving the other way, Abby Smentowski. Speed over to Gabby Larkin. Larkin finds Van Buren. Van Buren, who has 2 goals in this half, scored 2 quick ones. That pass almost intercepted. Well read by Trinity Brown. Excellent defensive vision there. Nova still, we'll have to get back after Trinity Brown's play. I believe it knocked it over to the sideline there. Brown is closest to it. Now the speed of Brown on display, able to shift her way past defenders. And she was fouled. .11:34 to go, approaching the final 10 minutes. It's just a 1-goal game. And the Blue Devils get the turnover there. It's bouncing around and it looked like they will force it. So I think the foul ended up working out in their favor that time. So stay with Lawrence Tech. Abby Smentowski, nursing major, just about 10 minutes away in Farmington Hills. Here's Bella Van Buren, what a debut. Smentowski, Katie waits. She fakes, then tried to dish off, but a miscommunication. Waits though, pounces right back on it. Movement in front of the net. Crump defending that post. Ground ball floating around, still loose. And this will go back to the Patriots. Possession feels so important right now. 10:31 to go in the second half. Of just a 1-goal difference in favor of Lawrence Tech. They came back from down 4-1. It was a 6-0 run. Cumberland answered back, and ever since then, it's been back and forth. Blue Devils really put an emphasis on this end in practice this week. Kelsey Fearing checks back in for Cumberlands, one of the goal scorers for the Patriots today. Now cutting the net with space, shooting off the mark that time. It was Hudson, beautiful off-ball vision, and she found a runway, but the Blue Devils come out of that somehow unscathed. Sherry and Messing go back and forth. Here's Sherry. Messing was also part of our Twitter promo before the season. I highly recommend you check that out. John Hevron and the excellent crew, Gabe O'Neill, Amanda Maradian doing excellent work in the Yellow Flag Productions side of our broadcasts, promoting these games. It's been a revamped, renewed coverage, a step up certainly all around in the LTU Athletics Department this year. The LTU Athletics, it's been excellent. Our first broadcast of this women's team. Trying to get off to a 1-0 start, up by a goal at home. Jason Ross Jr. here with you, along with Kia Tyus, our producer. Spencer Iaquinto up top. Behind the camera, there's Bella Van Buren. She's had a nice debut in her first game, making our broadcast pretty fun. It's a pleasure to have you with us wherever you may be tuning in. We'll be back next Saturday at 8 p.m. for Calvin's College. This will go back the other way for the Patriots. 8:24 to go in this second half. The speed this time coming back the other way of Trinity Brown on display again. Tried to join the attack that time, and she was fouled. 8:06 to go in the second half. Low angle shot, and it's a tie game. Over the past few minutes, possessions seem to be swaying in favor of Cumberland's in terms of momentum-wise, and Tristan Hudson capitalized. That's Hudson's first goal of the game. She had been knocking on the door the entire night. Probably couldn't have asked to capitalize at a better time. 10-10. In the first half, it was the Blue Devils with an excellent ending to that half. This time, who will it be? This time, it'll be the most important ending to the half. 8:03 to go. In the seconds, it's 10-10 here at the DCDS Fieldhouse. Welcome back to LTSN, the number 4 team in the country, the number 3 team in the country. Deadlocked at 10 apiece with 8:03 to go in the second half. Possession is paramount right now, to say the least. Who can take this draw control? It's Tuller going up against Gabby Larkin. It's loose. The Patriots are on it. Galloping the other way. Kelsey Fearing checked in about 5 minutes ago. Bella Ricci-Azuzzi. Phillips cutting the net. Low angle shot. Save made by Gagnon on the underhand shot. Bella Van Buren launches up ahead. Able to hit Aixiveni. Here's a shot, and Cumberlands has the lead, 11-10 with 7:20 to go. So can the Blue Devils come up with an answer? It's a
Cumberland goal scored by number 12, Jacqueline Berry.
It's Jacqueline Berry, and a 2-0 run makes it 11-10. Blue Devils led 6-4 earlier in this half. Now in desperation mode. Not quite yet, though, with 7:20 to go in the second half. Patriots are 1-0. The Blue Devils in their first game of the season. It's 11-10 Cumberlands after the Jacqueline Berry goal. Lawrence Tech closed the first half on a 4-0 run. Ended up being a 6-0 run that made it 6-4. Another draw control, though, goes to Cumberland. That's been huge over the past few minutes. Waits. Blue Devils trying to tie it up. Patterson was running in front of the net. Waits. Save made that time by Crump. Samantha Tuller, last year's NAIA Player of the Year. Ahead to Katie Brewer. Back to Tuller. Tuller strips. Nice play made by Messing. Got to get a hold of that. There's Gabby Larkin trying desperately to scoop it up. She left it behind. That could be big with 6:11 to go. After the brilliant defensive play on the other end by Jordan Messing. Turning at the edge of the 12-meter arc at that time. And there's Katie Brewer. Now she'll circle the net with 5:58 to go in the second half. Cumberland's trying to hang on to what is a 1-goal lead. 11-10. A lot of communication defensively on the Lawrence Tech side. Communication will be imperative over these final 5:38. The pressure is up for this young group. 6 freshmen, 5 sophomores. Move it in, there's a shot. Big save that time. And a big opportunity. It's Dory Corrigan, though, coming up again. Blue Devils will try to transition. They're able to clear, but Tuller running back on the ride made a nice play. Patterson. Cumberland sideline wanted the offensive foul, but it'll stay with the Blue Devils. Patterson taken down. And now it'll be an opportunity coming up. 4:50 to go in the second half. 11-10 is the Cumberland's lead. And it'll be the captain, Kaylee Patterson, with the free position shot. Patterson has 2 goals today. Patterson opts to pass off. They couldn't connect. Tegan Layer. The help comes. Sealed off as he tried to get around the net. Cumberland's got off to a really, really good defensive start to this one. Can they rediscover that in the most important moments with 4:30 to go? Patterson has to back up.
Reset the clock to 4:25, please.
Reset the clock to 4:25 with another free position shot upcoming. It's Abby Barnwald. Barnwald moves in. Barnwald strips from behind. 4:10 to go. Plenty of time. Blue Devils scored with under 40 seconds left in the first half. That was a momentum swing that was drastically in their favor. Now entering the offensive half of the field is Bella Riashuzi. 4:04 to go in the second half. Clock stops with the player down. It'll stay with the Patriots.
You guys never reset this possession clock? Possession clock?
before you get, never reset it.
You got it, yeah, you're good.
Started play a bit prematurely. They're trying to reset the possession clock with 4 minutes to go.
Yeah, just reset it and then let it down.
So what's going on right now is they're trying to reset the possession clock with 4 minutes to go. I believe they inadvertently left it running, so they're going to drain that down. Look at one of our officials, Spencer Iquinto, behind the camera for our doubleheader tonight. Again, the men will go up against Hope College after this one. That's a 10 p.m. start, a late night for the crew, but we will be with you all night. Right now it's 11:10 though, 4 minutes to go in this second half. Patriots up by 1, looking to hang on. Blue Devils hoping to answer back and tie things up. It's been back and forth throughout the majority of this second half. Samantha Tuller leading the way with 5 goals for Cumberland. She now has 11 on the season. Barry has 1, Hudson has 1, Heim has 1, Phillips has 1. Sherry with 3 for Lawrence Tech. Gagnon has 3, Patterson has 2, and Van Buren has 2 in her debut. But Cumberland's with possession right now. Blue Devils trying to defend desperately. A reflex save made that time by Dory Corrigan, but then Cumberland scores. It's 12-10 with 3:45 to go. And the Blue Devils need 2 goals to tie it. This is a 4-0 run for the Patriots. And it's come at the right time, 12-10. So now the Blue Devil fans that have traveled trying to urge on their group. The Cumberland sideline, there's plenty of life in them. As you can hear to our left, the Devil faithful on the other side of the field trying to cheer on their crew, the number 4 ranked team in the NAIA. Picked number 1 in the WLAX. They'll be back home right here next Saturday at 8 p.m. for Calvin College. The draw controls really favored Cumberland's over the past, I want to say now 10 minutes beside that one. That was huge, the possession, which obviously is so important in this game in general. Tegan Layer, plenty of time for Lawrence Tech to tie this up. But possession is monumental right now. Barnwald. Moving in front of the net, Gagnon was there. Gagnon with 3 goals in this one. Able to hit Katie Waits, who operates. Gagnon fires, scores. It's 12-11 now. Blue Devils pull within 1. Anna Gagnon has 4 goals. She's been spectacular. And they'll need her to be spectacular this season. She returns the most points from a team that lost their 2 top point producers last season, Ashley Collins and Isabel Victory. But Gagnon is no slouch. She scored 83 points. 57 goals, were second on the team behind Vickery. Her 26 assists were third on the team from the wonderful city of Grand Haven, Michigan. Perhaps she can come up with some more magic. Once again, still a lot of time to go. 2:41 to play. Blue Devils trying to desperately get this draw control. They get a very, very important draw control, and back they come with Van Buren, who has 2 goals. The dodge, shifty move. Was fouled fouled on the way in, and she's going to get a free position look. Van Buren with 2 goals. Can she find her third? Another foul here. So the reset, and Van Buren with another opportunity. The freshman, the bounce shot goes high. Now who can settle this down? Stay with Lawrence Tech. Gagnon was closest to it. Cumberland thought otherwise. 2:20 to go. Clock is running. It's a 1-goal lead for Cumberland. Number 4 taking on number 3. Beverly Hills, Michigan. Turning, shooting. That's low. Save made. And now the Patriots have possession back. Patriots are really, really quick in transition, and it's typically sparked by the speed of Trinity Brown. Webb fell down there. Some aggressive. Yes, 1:50 to go. Here they come up the sideline. Devils found magic at the end of the first half, and they find it again here. It starts on this end where they really focused in practice. Otherwise, this could be huge for Cumberland. They make it 13-11 with 1:25 to go. A lethal offensive team trying to defeat the Blue Devils for the 2nd year in a row, and they just increased their chances of doing that substantially from where they were about 5 seconds ago. It's Jacqueline Berry. Berry's 3rd of the game. Lawrence Tech struck quickly at the end of the first half. 2-goal game with a 1:26 to play. Obviously, this is perhaps maybe the game, and the most important draw control of this one taken by Gabby Larkin. Spin move that time, the roll dodge from Gagnon, but it looks like he's going to get the foul, so clock stops at 1:14. 13-11 is the Cumberland's lead. Gagnon, leading goal scorer tonight. Going to get a foul before Katie Waits released that pass. So here's Waits. I think that might have been a shooting space foul. She'll pass off to Cutter. Deflected towards the net, and the ground ball is scooped up off that shot with just 48 seconds to go. Calling for timeout is head coach Kelly Mucus of Cumberlands, trying to wrap this one up. They're up 13-11 with just 43 seconds to go. It's been a fun one tonight here in Beverly Hills. And we'll be back on the other side of this quick break. You're watching Blue Devil Women's Lacrosse on LTSN.
Jason.
Thanks, Spence.
Kicking ass.
You're doing awesome up there.
You're kicking butt.
I can hear you because your mic is on.
The mic's on? Hello. We're not live, are we?
Welcome back to LTSN, final 43 seconds. The Devils were able to score in the final 40 seconds of the first half, but this is different. You need two now. You also need to force a turnover. We'll have live video of the first 4 Blue Devil women's lacrosse games. Calvin College next, and number 6 ranked Georgetown College, and then Benedictine College comes in at number 8. February 23rd will be our next broadcast. Meanwhile, an important ground ball. They're fighting for it. It's tied up. It's on the ground. Barnwell comes over towards the sideline. Pick it up. Cumberland's players yelling, "No need to foul." Just 13 seconds left.
Hang on my whistle, okay? On my whistle.
The referee's whistle, the clock will start again. Sherry. Last chance. Long range shot towards the net. That should do it. Cumberland gets off to a 2-0 start. The Blue Devils will drop their opening game of the season, but it was a hard-fought affair. They battled back after going down 4-1 to make it 6-4. It was back